4% inflation last month, but prices are going up yet again. I have all the details and the full breakdown of the inflation report from earlier today right here in this video, so let's get right into it. All right, now in this video, I do want to focus on the inflation report that was just released earlier today and what it means for all of us going forward, because we might be looking at the inflation report recognizing that maybe prices have come down, but as we dig into this report, we can clearly see prices are still rising on some of the necessities and some of the essential items that all of us pay for every single month. So let's get into it and talk through those details. First off, really fast, if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe right down below the video. It's totally free to do so, and I'm here for you right by your side each and every day. As long as you're right down below the video, make sure to hit the like button and share this video with your friends, family, social media, so we can help out as many people as we can out there right now during this very busy and confusing time. Things are changing very rapidly, and I'm here for you every single day, no matter what, as that's my promise and my dedication to you and everybody right here in the community. So please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and let's get into it and talk through the details of the inflation report, the highly anticipated inflation report we watch for every single month, and it was just released earlier this morning. Let's break down the details. So the inflation headline number came in at 4%. This is actually 0.1% lower than what analysts were actually anticipating. They were anticipating a 4.1% year-over-year number, but it came in at 4% year-over-year. Now, prices did still increase by 0.1% on a month-over-month basis in this report right here, which, by the way, this inflation report we're talking about is from last month, okay? The inflation reports that are released are always in reference to the previous month, okay? So that's what it's down to. This is not as of this month so far, it's just last month, okay? So just want to make sure that we're all on the same page here. However, as we dig into this report, because we can see everybody out there is excited. Look, inflation is going down. Look at all this right here. Well, basically what it's coming down to is that maybe prices are coming down on some items, some things like this, but basically what it is that prices are not rising as rapidly as what they were a year ago. That's why these numbers are coming down. It's not necessarily the prices are coming down, it simply means the prices are not rising as fast as what they were last year. You kind of see the difference there? There's a huge difference. Even though it sounds like the same thing, it's not. There's a huge difference, okay? Prices are just not rising as fast as they are. Now, this 4% is down 5.1% from the peak that we saw last year in June of 2022. However, it's still twice as high as what the Federal Reserve actually wants inflation to be. Remember, the benchmark of the Federal Reserve is 2 to 2.5%. At the high range, right? We're sitting at 4%. So we are double what the Federal Reserve actually wants them to do, or where they want inflation to actually be, which, by the way, tomorrow, the Federal Reserve will be wrapping up their 2-day FOMC meeting, okay? They'll be coming out with their decision on interest rates, so we'll need to continue watching that one tomorrow, okay? They'll be wrapping that up tomorrow afternoon. I'll bring you the details on that one as well. So that'll be another very important event going on tomorrow as they wrap up their 2-day meeting. But now let's quickly talk about what prices are still rising on right now in this report right here, because I dug into the report like I do every single month because I want to see what is really happening, even though these numbers, whether they're actually true or not, whether they're actually factual, whether they're actually representing real prices is, another question we need to wonder as well. But let me break down the details of this. So here's what we found. Last month alone, they found that energy prices actually came down 3.6%. Not bad, right? Energy prices. So that's actually a welcome number right there. But prices are actually down, according to what they're saying here in this report, 11.6% over the last year, okay? So apparently energy prices have gone down 11.6% in the last 12 months. 3.6% of that was just last month alone. Well, not bad, right? We'll take it. If prices want to go down, we'll gladly take it, right? I certainly will anyway. Energy prices and utility prices, not fun. Who enjoys paying those bills? I don't. Right? I don't enjoy it. So anyway, not sure if you do, but I certainly don't enjoy paying those bills. However, let's talk about food and shelter for a minute, because these are also very important metrics as well, okay? Excuse me. So here's what it comes down to. Food and shelter prices are also very important metrics that we know continue to go up. Guess what? Shelter prices up yet again, 0.6% last month alone. That's, 0.6% is how much shelter prices went up yet again. Shelter prices are still up 8% year over year. Okay, is that sustainable? Well, not really. Again, this accounts for 40% of this inflation data, okay? So again, is this an important metric? It's very important. Do all or most of us pay rent or shelter costs to some degree? Now, again, I know not everybody, but I'm just saying, do most people pay this? And is this accounting for a major percentage of most people's income? Yeah, it accounts for a huge percentage of most people's income, shelter. And it went up another 0.6%, and it's up 8% year over year in this report, okay? Now, let's talk about food. The last 2 months alone, the last two inflation reports that we got prior to this one, food prices were actually trending down. Another welcome note, right? We're always welcoming food prices to go down. But guess what? They went back up this time. They went up another 0.1% this month, month over month, okay? Food prices are still up about 8% year over year. That's still a lot. Food prices should not be up 8% year over year. Generally, food prices increase about 2 to 2.5% on a year over year basis. That is generally kind of the rule of thumb when it comes down to food prices inflating. It's usually around the 2 to 2.5% range, not 8%. Okay, so you can clearly see here, even though the headline number came in at 4% down over last month and below analyst expectations, you can still see here as we dig into it, well, shelter, a huge percentage of everybody's income, is still going up pretty fast, 0.6%. Food prices, they're not going up a ton, but they're still up another 0.1%. Wrong direction. We want prices to go down, or we want prices to stop increasing as fast, right? So this is what it comes down to. But again, most importantly, we need to see what happens tomorrow with the Federal Reserve and what they're going to be doing with their two-day meeting here and interest rates, which, by the way, they kicked off their meeting today. It's a two-day meeting, starts today, wraps up tomorrow afternoon. And then we get the press conference out of the chairman of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell. He comes out and talks for a while, answers a bunch of questions, tiptoes around the answers really carefully because any wrong words out of him could, disrupt the whole economy and the stock market and all that stuff like that. So again, we'll have to see what happens tomorrow. But either way, I will keep you posted on that tomorrow. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. Either way, this inflation, man, it is like relentless, right? It is so annoying. I'm not really sure what else to say it, right? Prices, they are so high right now. And actually what's interesting about this, I dug into a bunch of articles about this today, time and time again. Every article that I read about this, literally every article I read about this, there's always a line somewhere in there that says, this analyst said this is really crushing the low income and fixed income beneficiaries. They say, yet again, these prices are coming down, but they're really, really ugly numbers for fixed income and low income. Really? They're just figuring that out now? Well, to be real with you, they've been saying this every month for the last 2 years now. We've been dealing with this high inflation like this for 2 years. In fact, one other quick side note, and then we'll let you go. This number that we got today is the lowest inflation reading that we've seen since March of 2021. Okay? So there you go, right? That's how long we've been dealing with this. Well over a year. So, sorry, I lost track there. 2 years. Sorry, I lost track of a year. 2 years. Sorry, how could I be so silly, right? So anyway, 2 years we've been dealing with this. Oh, how much longer? Well, unfortunately, it's going to be a lot longer. In fact, about a year and a half ago, I said that. When the Federal Reserve was coming out raising interest rates, I said, it's going to be a long time. They're not going to get this inflation under control in 5 months, 6 months, anything like that. I said, it's going to be a couple of years. And here we are, a year and a half later, still dealing with this. And here we are. And it's honestly still probably going to be at least another 6 months. Just saying. Anyway, hope this one helps you. Again, I'm here for you in any way that I can be. Please make sure to leave your comments, your questions, your feedback down below. If you want me to elaborate on anything, of course, I can always come back and do that in a separate video. Otherwise, subscribe down below. Share the video with your friends, family, social media. Go back and check out any of the other thousands upon thousands of videos here on the channel. I'm here for you every single day to help you out in any way that I can. Enjoy your day. Take care, and catch you again later.